Hello YouTubers, subscribers and friends, welcome to my channel. Man, it's a beautiful day out. This is the perfect weather. I got shorts and t-shirt on today. It's going to be a high of 80 degrees they said today. Just looking around outside, see if I've seen the prairie dogs are like running around like crazy. They're so fat. Right? So I think spring is going to be coming here pretty soon. I'm going to go to town with my wife and son. We're going to go look at some more houses and property because we spent all day yesterday looking at houses and property, and we're looking for the perfect either land or home. And I came up with a new idea. I was telling my wife that, you know, once we sell the house and decide where we want to live, she wants to live in town. Even though she's looking at land that I'm finding that's nice, she still has her heart set on town. And one thing we found out that possibly our kids can stay in the same school district because they've been going in this school district their whole life, and then we can move a little bit further into town. So we're gonna go look at some stuff in town. And my newest idea is, I told my wife, maybe we can just buy some condominiums. You know, instead of buying one big house, we buy like 2 condominiums, because they're like going from anywhere from $35,000 up to $100,000 depending on where and what you want. So we're gonna go check out some stuff today. So come along with us and go look with us for that perfect land or home. Alright, so it's like 73 degrees now. Feels warm out. I gotta get gas. We're waiting on my wife, as usual. Always waiting. With my son here. Here she comes. And Jerry Lee. Look at Jerry. My wife went in to pay for the gas. Look at Jerry. Wife's paying for the gas, and my son is learning how to pump gas. He wants to drive so bad, have his own car. So, gotta teach him how to put gas in the car. Alright, got the gas. I'm gonna go by and show the land we looked at yesterday. Do you remember how big it was, babe?
Yeah, almost 2 acres. 1.87 or something.
1.87. And this is the perfect land.
Yeah.
It's what, $65,000?
Yeah.
But my wife, she likes this land, but she really wants to move back to Tucson in the city.
Yeah.
So we'll go look at this land. It's not very far from the dollar store, which is right there. Dollar General. You could walk to Dollar General. This is the old fire department, which just sold recently, and I guess somebody's going to turn it into a garage. Look at the prairie dogs running everywhere. This is the land right there. Almost 2 acres of land. It's completely flat. Somebody cleared out all the stuff that was there. Got a saguaro. That house right there is $1 million house. It used to be on the market. They were asking $1 million something. That property right there. So, but this is the main road right here in the town we live in, and that's the property. I was telling my wife, if you guys watch my videos on a regular basis, you know I told her we could buy the land and then we could just buy some RVs and put some RVs on there and we're all ready to go. And if we ever get tired of it, we sell the land and keep the RVs. So we're going to go into town and we're going to look at some homes, we're going to look at some property. And let's go. So I have found a lot of property over in this area, but like I've been saying in the previous videos, I don't want to buy any land that has like rivers running through it. Even though I found one over here for $17,000 for 1 acre, $14,000 for 1 acre. The problem is you have to drive down these really bad dirt roads, and that's another thing that, you know, my wife and I don't want to have to do, because although it doesn't rain that much out here, when it does, these roads are terrible to drive down when they're all flooded and muddy. So you have to take that into account for when you're living in the desert in Arizona. You know, first of all, your car's completely covered with dust all the time. And if you live down a dirt road, forget about even washing it. Right, babe?
Yeah.
And so we haven't decided where or what we're going to get yet, but I've come up with different ideas. Like I was telling my wife yesterday that, you know, instead of buying one big house or buying a land, we could buy maybe some condos, and that way, you know, my kids are getting to the age we can give them the condos. Or we haven't decided yet, because, you know, the condos have HOA fees, right, babe?
Yeah.
But they're nothing like an HOA fee in a subdivision. It's different, not as strict as a subdivision. But so we're going to look at some land, and we're going to look at some homes, and we're going to look at some condos today, and then I'll just put a couple of each on there today. That's the plan for today. First, before we do anything, we got to bring Jerry Lee to the dog park. There's the dog park right here. Hey. Always bring him to these dog parks. Dog parks. He loves this park. Oh, tough guy. Tough guy. Oh, there was a lot of dogs here. Everybody's leaving. Just a little mean one that tried to bite Jerry. So you're probably wondering, why are you guys going to buy a house? You got a house. Well, you know, we lived there 10 years. My wife's tired of it. Kids are getting older. My son's going to be 16. My daughter's going to be 18. They're 2 days apart. And I bought a house for my daughter in Florida. And my wife and I are thinking about, you know, what we're going to do for our kids now. You know, my son doesn't want a house. He wants a car. So I'm not saying we're going to buy these houses. I'm just saying we're looking for the perfect land and property. And we're trying to think of what we're going to do here in the pretty soon future. I don't know how soon yet. I still got some repairs I got to do in my house. And, you know, we just want to see what we can do. My wife definitely wants to come into Tucson, so the further you go into Tucson, the cheaper the homes can get. You know, I can buy another house and property in the town I live in, but why? I already got house and property. Look at what I spotted. See all these nice palm trees? Look what I just spotted for the very first time. Cell tower disguised to look like a palm tree. I've never noticed that there before. I'll just stand up here on the doggy hill. My wife said she was watching a video the other day, and she said I look fat in my shadow. I had a hoodie on the other day with my camera in my pocket, so it makes me look fat. I'm not fat. Look at your shadow.
I got my phone here.
You phone my butt.
Hey, big dog.
Uh-oh. Big dog, big dog. 79 degrees. So did he flash his light at us? Probably. There's cops like to sit down here. Got to run the AC right now because it's getting hot. So the first place we're going to go is 79. The first place we're going to go look at is going to be a condo. I'm not saying we're going to buy the condo. I just want to check out the area. I want to see how big the condo is, because the condo is, I think it's like, what is it, 1,400 square feet or something like that? It's bigger, it's more square footage than our home, so I want to go check it out. I'm not going to say I'm going to buy it. I'm just saying I'm going to go look at it, because they want, what, $125,000 for it? Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm going to pay what the asking price is. I never pay the asking price on anything unless I'm in a grocery store and I got no choice. It's not too far from here. Look at the mountain views. The snow is almost all gone. Hey, this condo neighborhood, they have tennis courts, basketball courts, swimming pools. Some of them have workout rooms, gyms. This one doesn't. This just has a swimming pool. And It's all the way down at the end. It's in a cul-de-sac. Yeah, there's two of them for sale here. That's like when I was telling my wife, instead of buying one, we could buy two. And then we killed 3 birds with 1 stone. We moved to a new place, and then we have bought a home for our daughter. And we don't have to worry about her. Yeah, that's why I wanted to come and look at them in person, because I want to visualize just how, you know, it looks nice in the picture, but unless you see it in person, you really don't know it's that one right there. Look at the flowers. It's like 2 different colors. Now this is only a 2-bedroom, but it has a garage, and you only have space for parking for 1, but you can park over there. Let's go check it out. It has a little courtyard. This is the only thing I found bad about this is this right here. The root system has messed this up. Nice ironwood tree. That's the kitchen. Kitchen and the living room. I tried to get a hold of the realtor on this one, but never replied back to me. I guess that's why it's been for sale for 45 days. That's the master bedroom back in the very back there. There's a empty land over there. And let's go to the back here. That's the other condo behind there. That's why I said you only got 1 parking. Right here. Or in the garage. That's how big the garage is. And then there's a back door over here. Yeah, this is the second yard. Is that, can you see in the garage in there?
What is this? This is a bedroom.
That's the bedroom?
Yep.
This is the master bedroom up there, I know that. Mexican tile. So that's the bedroom right there. Half of this, the bedroom goes to probably about right here. When you look in the window. So that's a very small bedroom. That's the bathroom right there to the master bedroom. And from there to there's the garage. I wish I could see what the garage looks like. Huh? Yeah, the condo behind there has a bigger yard. This condo here has a huge yard. Yeah, they put an AC in the garage. Somebody lives at this one though. And not saying we're gonna buy it. I just was curious what 124,000 looks like, or 125,000. They were asking more 45 days ago, and they dropped it $10,000. I doubt if you can park over here. Their rules will probably keep you from doing that. But you could park out there. Alright, on to the next one. The next one we're going to go look at is going to be a piece of land that's not too far. It's maybe 4 or 5 miles from here. It's actually right behind the 99-cent store. Right, that's the 99-cent store that we go to all the time. This is the land. It's got flowers on it, son. Yeah.
The freaking sign is down.
Yeah, the for sale sign is down.
This is it?
Oh, it sounds like this is it. Yeah, son, you gotta clean it. You gotta clear it. I cut down all this stuff. The Google Earth picture doesn't look as crowded as this. But this is 45,000. There are no rivers running through this. There's a house on that side. And there's a house on this side. Can't get through here, so we gotta walk over there by that house. It's the for sale sign. So, I mean, this would be something that, you know, I would put an RV on or something like that. Because we're in Tucson. We're in the city, so it needs a lot of cleaning. I don't know where the property lines are. I don't see any property markers, but that's a big ironwood stump. Got a lot of ironwood trees. Let's go all the way to the back. If I had a lot of money, I would build a 10-foot block wall all the way around this if I was to buy this. I guess it goes back to this wall because this is an alley and you can't block the alley. So, I don't know. That wall's back further than this wall. So I guess you would go with this wall right here. That's a big tree right there, tree trunk right there. So for $45,000 you can get this. I don't think it's quite an acre. I think it's 3/4 of an acre.
Pretty close.
There's absolutely no views here though. I mean, you're in a secluded area. You're very close to the interstate, which is like you go out to the main road right there, go down, take a right, and go about 2 blocks, and then you're at the interstate I-10. But if you were like me and you're a not me, but married guy, but if you were a single guy, it'd be a perfect thing. Drop a freaking RV on this property, clear out the land. It always looks bigger when you clear it out. And build you a wall. Right? Like Trump says, walls are good. I definitely would give it all this cactus. All this prickly, everything. Clear it all out. Tucson Mountains over there. That's the Ina Road over there. My wife's not even interested in this, but I just wanted to show her that there is land in Tucson for sale. She's dead set on just getting either a house or like a condo or something like that, but you don't even have any views of the mountains over there. But for $45,000 being in Tucson, you know, you could even build you you don't even have to put an RV. You could build you a tiny house. You know, like I did. It cost me $12,700 to build that tiny house that I have. You boop, plop you one right there, and perfect. All right, next one we're gonna go look at is a home. It's a nice little neighborhood. There's no HOAs in this neighborhood. I'm just driving around the block here before we go to the next home.
What's the next one?
The next one we're going to go to is the 99,000. It's a double wide on a piece of property that's maybe 10 minutes from here, more south, going more into Tucson. This is the neighborhood or that property we just looked at. You like this property? Better than that 65,000 property?
No. It's cheaper still.
The property is just right
We
here.
don't need a huge property.
Yeah, no. One of the reasons that we're trying to sell our house, or even thinking about selling our house and we're trying to downsize because, like I keep saying, is, you know, the kids are growing older, and if we can downsize for my wife and I, and then maybe find something for our kids to have for themselves as they get older, this is where the property is. You never know. We haven't decided yet. We're investigating all our options before we pull the trigger on anything. So, and our son, he's with us. He's learning, you know, what you need to do in life. You go right down here to Ina. Right now they're doing road construction, but once that road construction is done, man, it'd be so easy to get to the interstate. And the 99-cent stores over here, and you got freaking Lowe's and Home Depot over here. And you got, you know, it's a nice area because all the shopping centers are in this area right here. That's how close the interstate is, right over there. That's the overpass they're building over the railroad tracks. That's why they're having all this road construction. But that's Interstate 10 right there. We live on the other side of that mountain. About 10 miles past that mountain, there's Sombrero Peak there. So you can see we're pretty far into town. Just 5 minutes going down west on Ina, you got Carl's Jr. Fries, you got Big Lots, McDonald's, CVC, Taco Bell, EG's, or CVS, El Pollo Loco. We're gonna go have some lunch at right now. You know, banks over here. You got Target over there behind the bank. You know, you're coming into the outskirts of the city of Tucson, so that's prime location, if you ask me, for that land. If you have the money to build a house on it, like, you know, it just depends on what you want to put. If you just want to buy it and clear out the land and drop a freaking RV on there, boom, that's easy. You know, or if you want to clear the land and build a tiny house, or even just build a small house, you're in the city, close to everything. My wife wants to have lunch at El Pollo Loco, and this is like 7-8 minutes from that land. They see over here there's Dollar Tree, Peter Piper Pizza, Michael's, Bookman's, which sells used books and CDs and movies and instruments, Ace Hardware, and like I said, there's Fry's grocery store and all kinds of other stuff over there and across there. So I mean, this is the area where we usually come into town the most when we come into town. So I don't know, my wife, she really likes that land, so I don't know. I was telling her you could, what do you think, Jerry? He didn't even get out and look at it. You know. So we haven't decided yet. This, you know, this is what we do every time we're going to go buy something else. Like last time when we sold our houses. It's like when we came from Indonesia back to the States, we went to Vegas first. Because I got family in Vegas. I used to live in Vegas. We stayed in Vegas for 2 months before I decided, you know what, I don't want to live in Vegas. And then we went back to Florida. And we stayed a month in Florida. And I decided I don't want to live in Florida. And but we bought that house in Florida, and when we came to Arizona, I told my wife, let's go to Arizona. I got family in Arizona. And then my daughter, lease was up where she was living, and she decided she wanted to buy the house from us. So we sold her our house in Florida. We didn't sell it for more than what we paid for it. We paid what we paid for it. We sold it to my daughter, and then we gave her a very, very, very cheap payment to pay us, and to pay us back, which she's never done anything on time. Sometimes she didn't pay us 1 month and next month. So anyways, my kids are always asking, well, you got Sissy a house, my son's like, you got Sissy a car when she graduated. And my son, he does really good in school, so you know, I gotta get him a car. I've been teaching him how to drive. And anyways, we're gonna go look at the land. We're gonna go look at 2 more houses, but I'm only going to film one because they're both in the same area. One's 110,000 and one is 99. I'll film the 99,000 one. Jerry, you're making me hungry, man. Staring at the freaking taco place. I'm gonna have a chicken avocado burrito. It is 84 degrees out right now. It is hot, man. My son's having a 3-piece chicken, rice and beans, and my wife's having the same thing. On the way over to the other property. This is why you got to come in person to see it, because it looks so much bigger and so much nicer in the pictures. This is completely remodeled, but the area doesn't look good at all. My wife, right off the bat, as soon as we pulled into this place, she's like, nope. She don't even want to get out and look at it. But since I drove here, might as well come around and look at it. He does not want to live next to garbage. I don't know if we can get back there, but the inside from the pictures on the internet, man, this thing looks like a beautiful house. But the neighborhood does not look very good. That's why you don't fall in love with the first thing you see. This is one thing my wife, it hasn't rained in a week, and look at it, the water just doesn't absorb. There's a cactus growing on the roof. Sounds like rats have been in here. It's one of the sheds. Second shed. See, a couple of things we got to look for when we're looking for a house. We have to look for, you know, the neighborhood. We got to look for areas for our dogs, because they're so used to having a big yard. There's a sliding glass. That's the kitchen. It's the gate. It's locked with a screw. And you got to look for the neighborhood. What's the neighborhood like? So my wife didn't even get out of the car. She's like, nope. She loved the pictures when we saw it online, but she's not interested. So that's this one. Got palm trees though. Driving around in the subdivision, so this open house. My wife and son went in there to go look at this house. I'm not going to film the inside because I got to stay out here with Jerry. It's too hot to leave him in the car without the AC. It's 85 degrees out. But this is going to be our video. We're just shopping around. We're looking for the perfect land or home. My wife would love to have a house like this. This is what she wants us to live in, a brick home. But, you know, that's way out of our price range, and that's way too big of a house for us because we want to downsize. So, not saying I'm going to buy any of these houses that we looked at or land, although my wife is interested in the land over there behind 99-cent store. We still got to go look at RVs and see what RVs cost because we haven't decided if we do buy a land, if we're going to leave the RVs there or we're going to build another tiny house or what. But anyways, if you like these kind of videos, smash that like. Look at this owl up there. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And the more deeper we go into Tucson, the cheaper the homes get, but the more further away we get from the kids' school. And if we move into town, the kids can still go to their school because they've been going there most of their life. I would have to drive them back and forth to school every day, so we're trying to get as close to the outskirts of Tucson as we can, and you know, still find the perfect land or property. Anyways, if you want to know more about this house, you can check it out right here. You can call that number yourself or look it up. Mountain views, it says. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. Always remember, be kind to people, treat people the way you want to be treated, and thanks for watching. I'm gone! I'm gone!